Okay, part two of children aging out of foster care. The last four challenges that we were talking about with our children aging out of foster care go hand in hand: unemployment, homelessness, heavy reliance on welfare, and poverty in adulthood. Unemployment: fewer foster care adolescents are regularly employed. Fewer than half have jobs at the time of discharge. Homelessness, which is defined as sleeping in a place where people weren't meant to sleep, or sleeping in a homeless shelter, or not having a regular residence in which to sleep. Among the populations at the greatest risk for becoming homeless are the 25,000 to 30,000 youth who age out of foster care each year when they turn 18, or in some states it's 21. A review of research published between 1990 and 2011 have suggested that between 11% and 36% of youth who age out of foster care become homeless during the transition to adulthood. There's a heavy reliance on the welfare system. Higher proportions of youth who have been in foster care receive public aid. Poverty in adulthood is explained by the challenges we just discussed: poor developmental outcomes, mental illness, school failures, substance abuse. All of these play a pivotal role in why our children aging out of foster care struggle with poverty. Other challenges are in the criminal justice system. Higher proportion of former foster care youth have also been found in the criminal justice system. One third to one half of former foster care young adults have been arrested or in jail. Unplanned pregnancy is another challenge. Tragically, more than 60% of females leaving the system have a baby within 4 years, almost always out of marriage. Risky sexual behavior is another challenge. Young adults who have aged out of the foster care system, especially females, are more than twice as likely to engage in risky sexual behaviors as other young adults. Although this has been well documented in outcome studies with this population, the pathways to these behaviors have not been identified, or have the protective factors been put into place to safeguard these young adults. Factors associated with risky sexual behaviors in adolescence include history of child sexual abuse, substance use, weak family attachments, low social capital, poor interpersonal skills, low self-esteem, decreased internalized locus of control, a diminished sense of opportunity, being an ethnic or racial minority. Social workers finding solutions. We can evaluate potential developmental delays using the Erickson's theory of development. And then we can create solutions by the micro level and the meso and macro levels. Erickson's theory of development are these 8 stages. Let's go through them one at a time. The first stage is trust versus mistrust. It's important to remember is no matter how old the child is, whether they're 18 and aging out of foster care, if they have not met this need, they may be still struggling with this stage. If the social worker can help the foster parents to meet this stage of their development, the child aging out of foster care will be helped. So some strategies to help master trust versus mistrust would be: make sure that the foster parent keeps their word to the foster child. Be honest. Don't be afraid to tell them about problems that the foster parent has done in the past. Provide grace when grace is not deserved. The second stage is autonomy versus shame and doubt. This is when it's important to make sure that the child learns and does things by themselves. They need to learn that they can do things on their own and that you believe in them. If they are not encouraged, they can develop a sense of self-doubt. These strategies by the foster parent showing the child that they believe in them, encouraging them, spending time together, not defining them by their disabilities or when they make a mistake, appreciating them when they try, letting them dream, giving unconditional love will all help with this. The third stage is initiative versus guilt. Children need to become little explorers. They need to learn about their surroundings and how to manipulate and explore. The more they can explore their surroundings and are encouraged, the more they'll pursue their goals and interests in the future. If this stage is not mastered, the children will not have the confidence and will not seek out their own interests. So some strategies that the foster parents can do is ask the children questions and make them think. When they answer those questions, have them justify their answers. Help a child to begin to wonder about new and different things. And if they don't know the answer, have the foster parent teach them how to go find that answer. Stage 4 is industry versus inferiority. This stage of development really focuses on the child learning to do new and different things. It focuses on, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Then the child can try new things and sometimes fail, but sometimes accomplishing also. Failure is okay, and they need to learn that it's okay. Doesn't mean they're bad. As Henry Ford once said, failure is only the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. Some strategies to help with this stage is when the foster parent fails at something, make sure that they show the child the appropriate ways to look at it as a chance to try again. Help the child to identify emotions that they feel when they have failed. Have them talk about why they think it didn't go the way they wanted it to go. Provide age-appropriate activities that will promote them to do well. Let them know that winning isn't everything. Make sure the foster parents are showing the child they know that they have positive traits. Keep reasonable expectations and limits. Make sure the foster parent is showing love even when they fail. The fifth stage is identity versus identity confusion. This stage is seen during adolescence. This is when a child is exploring who they are in the world and their sense of identity. They try different things and see if it fits. If the child continuously is not able to identify different experiences and put them into their own lives, they'll suffer with confusion about who they are. Some strategies to help with this area is to create an identity book, a book that's all about them. Create opportunities for the child to be heard with their peers, adults, in small groups. Use imaginary play to help a child to see things from another person's point of view. Make sure the foster parent is adapting the routine to make the foster child's needs, interests, and preferences and capabilities. Help the foster child to give back to their community. The sixth stage is intimacy versus isolation. This is during youth adulthood. As humans, we all have a desire to be around another person, to have a close relationship with someone. When this occurs, they learn about intimacy. If this doesn't occur, you'll find this person becomes a loner, even if they don't really want to be. This is a stage as a social worker may be working on as a child is getting ready to age out of foster care. It's an important stage because if it's not mastered, they'll face some of the challenges that we talked about. So some strategies to help with this one is to help the child to make peace with what's happened in their past with their biological parents. Help them to work through what's happened if they do return and reunite with their biological families. Help them to be prepared if there's negative reactions when they reunite. Make sure the child has a person to connect to. Let's play a video that kind of works through this or talks about this in greater detail.
That's the way the system works. There's nothing I can do about it.
When I turn 18, do I have to leave?
Don't worry about that right now, okay?
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Make a wish.
What you wish for?
Hello, Max Amanda, please. Yes, I hear that you're my new mentor and that I have a place to stay.
Go to college, I could learn a good trade. I could be a judge instead of a slave to be an 18. On my own, that's the meanest whole world, but if you give me some time, numbers still work out. Alright for me, the numbers just fine. Alright for me, if you go out. I'm a little over, I have kids of my own, giving them a better life than how it was grown. I write you better saying how much you help.